Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Sunday Cooking Show. Although we had been out of touch for quite some time, but we are back now with all the informative, detailed recipe videos only for you. Last weekend, we had some friends coming over. While we wanted to cook some kebab for them, Galouti Kebab, being my favorite, was on the top of the list. Given they were vegetarians, we had to swap a taste of mutton with something which tastes like mutton. While there are multiple substitutes used over the internet, we did some trial and error and came up with the best veg galouti kebab recipe here. Start by cleaning a packet of mushrooms. Wash and pat them dry before slicing them up. Now if you notice, we are not fine slicing them, but we are slicing in a way that all the pieces get equally fried because we are anyway going to grind them up. So one packet of mushroom is going to give around 10 to 12 kebabs. That also depends on the size of the kebab that you are keeping over here. Now once we chop all the mushrooms, heat a pan, use butter or oil of your choice. I used olive oil over here. To that, add all the chopped mushrooms and cover it and let it cook for some time. Don't put salt into the mushrooms at the start because mushrooms are anyway going to release water after some time. Once that water is released and dried up, then only add the salt. Fry the mushrooms well, take it off the heat, grind them into a fine paste once it is cooled down, adding some ice cubes into it. Adding ice cube helps retain the color as well as the temperature of the mixture. Now before we move on to the next process, soak some cashews into hot water. This process basically helps the cashew become tender and eventually if we are grinding it, it will become a smooth paste. Now moving on to the next process, slice one onion. You need not finely slice it, just like the mushrooms, as we are going to fry and make a paste again. But make sure to cut it evenly so that all the pieces are evenly fried. Peel a half-inch ginger and some garlic cloves as well, along with the onions. Now into the same old pan, heat some butter or oil of your choice. Put the sliced onions into it and let them fry. Once a little fried, add the ginger and the garlic cloves, slicing them into small pieces. Add some green chilies into it. I have added some bird eye chili. So bird eye chili is significantly hotter with much more intense heat than that of a normal chili. Bird eye chili is also known as Thai chili. My intent to use that was to bring out the heat of the non-veg without using any non-veg ingredient over here. So meat or chicken has a natural heat because they are non-veg food. Now, since I am not using that over here, I am using hotter spices over here so that the dish becomes more flavorful. Now fry all these ingredients very well until they are translucent in color. Once done, take it off the heat and let it cool down for a little while. Now to give that more kick, we are really using more garlic over here, the hotter spice over here such as the bird eye chili instead of green normal chili, and also we would be using on cardamom powder. So while this is cooling down, let's make some cardamom powder on the side. Peel some green cardamom and get the pods over here. You can lightly toast them on heat just to bring in the flavor or just pound them as is. Pound them to a coarse powder and we will use it later in the kebab mixture. It is best not to grind it in the mixer grinder, otherwise it will not be a coarse powder and might become very fine powder, losing its actual aroma over here. Now once that is done, let's keep it on the side and go back to the onion mixture we had created. That should have been cooled down by now. Now into the onion mixture, add the cashews that we had kept to soak and grind it into a fine paste. Again, use some ice cubes instead of normal water. That keeps the color consistent along with the temperature of the mixture. Take the mixture out into a bowl and keep it separately. Now again in the same heated pan, add some clarified butter or ghee this time. Add some cumin seeds. Once fried, add the mushroom paste and the onion paste one by one and mix them well. Patience is the key to this dish. So fry with some patience and lots of love. Now add some red chili powder, salt and some very good quality garam masala into it. A good quality spice powder always enhances the taste of the dish. Once fried well and the color is changed to a little darker tone of yellow, add some roasted gram flour into it for the binding and then add the green cardamom powder we had just pounded. Fry it well and the mixture shall be ready in no time at all. While you keep the mixture on the side to cool down, let's work on assembling the ingredients to platter it down. Now galouti kebab tastes best with an Indian bread below it and with a caramelized onion or coriander leaf on top. So to start with the Indian bread, we used a parantha dough over here and rolled it out. Using a round cutter, cut them into small tikki-like shapes, just a little bigger than the galouti kebab. Fry them in a heated pan using ghee on both the sides until it's crispy from both the edges. This would add to a crunch base, the reason being kebab is a little soft and it requires something to hold on. Now once these are fried from both the edges, take it out and keep them aside and start with making the process for galouti kebab tikkis. Add some ghee into your palm before you roll out the tikkis. Take some of the batter of the tikkis and shape it into small, round shaped, just like a kebab or a tikki. Usually the batter is very soft, so handle it very gently and don't forget to add the ghee on your palm so that it doesn't stick to your palm. Once all the tikkis are created, now fry them in the heated pan in ghee from both the sides until both the edges are golden brown. Flip very gently because these kebabs are very soft from the edges at this point of time. So use either 2 spoons or handle it carefully. Make sure that the parathas or the breads are not cooled down by this time. If so, pre-plan to create the tikkis before creating the bread. And that's it. Keep the fried parathas or the Indian breads and then the galouti kebab or the tikkis on top of it. Assemble them well on a platter. Serve them with a coriander topped on the top and with some green chutney or caramelized onions for your guests. So why wait? Make your own and enjoy. Hit like, share and subscribe and stay tuned for more such videos.